Alright, gel sculpting. So, we have a prepped nail, we have put on our primer, we have put on our base, we have put all of that stuff on. We've applied a thin layer to the natural nail bed. And we're going to go right in and just create our new free edge here. So I'm going to tack it down to where you want it to begin. And go ahead and put that into the lip. And cure that for 30 seconds. Now we are going to apply, see how that line is flush now? For the most part, we are going to apply a secondary line now that covers the entire nail. That way it's one equal piece. Building gel stays where you put it, which is pretty genius, if you ask me. But it does move a little bit, just a lot slower than most gel polishes or anything like that. So you do want to make sure that your gel is applied properly, but let gravity do its thing, it'll help you. Go ahead and pop any bubbles that you may have had. And this is where we're going to look at the sides to make sure the apex is nice, anything like that. Take off this excess. Alright, once we're happy with the base that we have, we're going to go ahead and put it into the machine for 1 minute in the LED because it's 30 seconds for my curing time. And I double that because of the paper that I'm using underneath. But follow the instructions on your video. Or on your product, I guess I should say. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in for the second time. I'm actually going to stop right now because I'm noticing that there are some spillage that I've occurred on the side here, and it doesn't seem to be curing for some reason, so I need to adjust that by 1, replacing the gel that's slid off where it needs to go, and 2, turn my finger a little bit while it's curing. Or it's never gonna cure. I'll go ahead and flip my finger over just to help it build a little bit of an apex there. That's better. Alright. Go ahead and put this in the cure box, nuke it for a little while, make sure that all the pieces are getting cured. And clean off my brush, because when this comes out, I won't be applying any more gel. We're going to go ahead and file our nail as we need it. And one more time for good measure. Alright, that's twice now. I'm going to go ahead, just tap. Hear that? We've got a cured nail, so we can go ahead and take off our form underneath. Just going to separate the paper and it should rock away for you. Exactly. So, there we are. We're going to wipe off our inhibition layer just to make everything easier to file. Now, we have some areas that we need to take a look at. For one, did it cure all the way through? Yes. Check underneath. Taking a 80-100 grit nail file just to line up the edges and everything else that was coming off of here, because my form was a little sloppy. So we just want to bring that up real quick to keep that line flush with the sides here. You see that? That's what we're trying to fix. Go ahead and fix that side and then do the other. Tip for trainer hands in particular, you're going to want to hold that nail plate, mainly because they tend to slide off for some reason. That's not awesome. Okay, so this is why I'm using an 80-100, because this is an enhancement now. The gel has been added. You can go ahead and dust that away just to make sure that you can see it's been added here, so we're not actually filing on the natural nail bed anymore. You can go ahead and use a rougher grit as much as possible. Now for gels in particular, I don't personally like to use a e-file. I find that the e-file is too strong for the gel itself. You take off more than you were intending to quite often, and it's just not a good look. Now, because this is an assignment for school, I'm filing this one in particular into a nice square shape. So then we're going to go ahead and use our file, because we have some indents on this application, and just even out what we're going. So we're going to go around the back cuticle here. Just even that out. And then we're going to go ahead and even down the sides. Create any depths that you're seeing. You want to go ahead and erase those by filing them out. And then check all your edges and such that way. Be careful not to file off your apex. You can very easily do that with gel, so make sure that you go back as often as you can and check and just make sure that your lines are nice and stuff before you continue. Check the other side. That's a nice nail, folks. So we're going to go in, just make sure that Her sides are nice and flush where you want them to be. And then we're going to use a smaller sanding grit just to go down and take out some of those lines, smooth it out a little bit, make everything nice and flush and even. Sides. It's good, people, it's good. So then we're going to go ahead and take away all of the dust that we've created here. And I like to wipe away that layer on top of the gel again before I start to paint and such, just because I'm going to be putting a gel over top of it. So, or a nail polish over top of it, excuse me. So, we have this time up, I'm going to use a Insta-Dry Sally Hansen super dark red, only because I like it. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just apply. And make sure you get that free edge. While this is drying, you can go ahead and take your acetone and a paintbrush, a synthetic paintbrush, and clean up your edges just where you want it against the cuticle itself. And liquid bonding tape, since we're talking about it, because we're cleaning up this edge right here, liquid latex, the perimeter tape, what are they calling it now? That stuff's great. It's great. It really does work. But you have to think about the amount of time that you're spending applying it in the first place. It takes me the same amount of time to go back and do this. So the only time I'm probably ever going to use that liquid tape stuff is when I'm either stamping dramatically, like doing a fade or something on the side, a ombre, as we're calling it, something like that on the side, so it's going to get over the whole nail, or it's going to take me less time to do it, because it really doesn't. That doesn't make any sense to me. So that we have our square, round, that doesn't look very good. We have our square gel sculpted. Oh, I missed the side. We're going to paint a second layer, folks. Go in this side first to make sure that's painted. That's good. And then we're going to do a whole second layer over top of it, because I'm not quite sure how that happened. But here we go. There we are. Okay, and we're going to let that dry. And that's it, folks. Once I am done, I would finish that off with a gel top coat, put it back in the machine for 30 seconds, and that is it. I'll check back to you when I'm done decorating all of these. Thank you.